A simple name and a complex rivalry. For one side, the Big Orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, Crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand, and now we get to see who will use it. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on another SEC rival, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll leave it with him. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Caught in the backfield, it's Staley. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the ball's headed quickly to the line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
He did not make it a stonewall on third down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab plenty for the first down. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On fourth down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the first down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Leaves it with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. Toss to the outside. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown ball!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Might be calling a hot route. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Right on the money. Breaks into the open. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to throw on first down. Throwing on the run. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, David.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to go up top on first down. The throw. Got his man downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Skips away from pressure. He's going to run it. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Wants to go up top. Looking for space to the left. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Working that left side now. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
On fourth down, going to the air. Got some room in under the goal line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses.
There he goes. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Caught behind the line. It's Bishop. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna look downfield again. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts off. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Oh, they're after him. The short hands, it's Matthews. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. The Volunteers send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Plows through the defense. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Finding an escape route. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out in the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitch man, picking up a massive gain for this offense.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. To the air, it's Russell. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And it's a really nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator, because you just had an explosive run getting you down close to the goal line. I think everybody on defense was expecting them to just turn around and hand it off again. Not the case. Now you go pass. Really nice catching the defense off guard. They get the touchdown. Bang, bang, 2 plays, 6 points on the board.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10, here he comes. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
One of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not.
Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. No huddle offense to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabs behind the line. It's Staley. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. That's caught, it's Staley. At the 40, there he goes. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Tennessee. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Going right to work up top. Buys a little time. On the run, deep down the right side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Russell. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Under fire. And the heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Volunteers in a good spot here with second and short. They're going to run it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To throw, it's Aguilar. Rushes on him. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Vols will kick it away to start the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return. That one for a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. A lot of urgency for this offense.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Russell. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 40. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Got room to work. Turning it on. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. Football time in Tennessee is all big orange right now as the Vols have built a big lead.
And you can hear the Tennessee fans, and they're yelling Rocky Top at the top of their lungs. Tennessee's got it going. Jesse, later in the game, second half, this is right where they wanted to be.
I just think momentum's a real thing, and they've been able to ride that momentum here in the second half. When plays have presented themselves, they've taken advantage of those opportunities, and that's why Rocky Top is pulling away.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can...
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially...
Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Vols! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Memphis. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Took care of it himself. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Russell. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Horton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. On the run, fires downfield. Finds his man open. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now adjusting. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! Got to start cutting into possession. Will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Gets it out fast. He will not get there. Brought down at the one, and the two-point try is no good. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bishop. Oh, what a move to get room. Kearney on the Jets. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Using his feet to buy time. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
What a great response by this defense. You give up the big play. What do? You respond right back. You get upfield, get to the quarterback, get the negative play, and get the momentum right back.
Here's the pressure. Running to Green. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on 3rd down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happening.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. 2nd down coming up. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Now rolling to the left. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And that pass is caught at the 25. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown time! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. But where are they? Where is the defense? You've got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Snagged in the middle, it's Matthews. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game,
There he goes. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. The Vols getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Bishop.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bishop. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
The Volunteers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air. And this one will be touched and down at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish.
He wants to go deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice move to keep running. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Paul, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Oh, they blocked the extra point.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Quarterback may change this route. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Back to throw, it's Russell. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. He's open on the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
He goes in for the 2, and we have a 10-point game.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. So here is the Tennessee offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Russell. Moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Wants to go up top on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll go to the air. Here's a heat. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Looking to fire. Trying to bowl his way in. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Tonight it's Tennessee who will celebrate its victory throughout the Volunteer State as they have turned back the tide to lay claim to this rivalry once again. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.